Chapter 50. Rimuru Pav. The past few days were certainly interesting. First, after returning to the village, Shizu and I informed the idiot trio about ourselves. Initially, they were surprised, shocked, and astonished, but being as idiotic and naive as they are, they accepted it as if it were normal news. Not that surprising, but they should be more considerate. After telling them about our relationship, we discussed some more matters like what they should tell their guild master and stuff like that. Once that was done, Shizu, Seal, and I went to the imaginary space where Seal had already created a utopia and decked out the entire place with decorations fit for a queen's return, for Shizu's return. The pièce de résistance, a delectable cake, made by the masterful hands of Seal herself. Trust me when I say, that cake was nothing short of divine, a culinary masterpiece that left our taste buds in delight. Finally, after that, we exited the imaginary space. And since I had erased the concept of time inside imaginary space temporarily, it didn't make any difference how much time we were inside. So, when we exited the imaginary space, not a single second had passed, and we continued with what we were going to do. And that is declaring my and Shizu's relationship in the village along with some other things. During this time, the idiot trio also left for their guild, saying that they can't stay for a long time, at least not now, but they will come again. The following day, we did nothing but observe the goblins, observing how they learned new things and improved. During this time, Seal and I discussed the layout of our future city. Since it was created by Seal, there were no mistakes in it, but upon taking one last look myself, I decided to make some changes. Before doing this, I had already sent Ronga, Gobda, Rigyur, and some more goblins to gather some meat for the feast that we were going to hold the following night to celebrate Shizu's return. I still sent them, knowing full well that they would encounter ogres. And it happened just as I expected. They indeed encountered the ogres and were defeated, though not before inflicting considerable damage to the point that two of them were on the verge of collapsing. Following their defeat, Ronga called us via thought communication for help. Since it was all according to my plan, so, along with Shizu and Seal, we went to help them. When we reached Gobda and the others to assist them, we encountered ogres. There were 6 of them, but 2 were almost defeated. Attempting to defuse the situation, I tried to talk things out, but they mistook us for some clown-masked Majin because we were also wearing our masks. When they didn't listen to me, I instructed Shizu to handle the situation since I didn't want to fight them. Shizu gracefully subdued them, crushing their arrogance and pride. After their defeat, the Red Ogre, more precisely my future right-hand man and the supreme general of my army, whom I am going to name, Benimaru, was willing to talk. I invited them to our village to continue our discussion after clearing up the misunderstanding of them mistaking us for clown-masked Majin. The following night, during the feast, after listening to their story and conversing for some time, I proposed a deal to them. I offered to provide them with protection and a place to call home in exchange for their loyalty and assistance in defending the village. Additionally, I offered to provide them with resources and support to help them thrive in their new environment. I also promised to help them avenge the deaths of their fallen comrades who were killed by the Orc Lord's army. On top of that, I offered them a chance to become stronger by providing them with the power to avenge their fallen comrades. I offered them power beyond their imagination. And most importantly, I offered them a happy, healthy, and prosperous life in return for their eternal loyalty and allegiance. After hearing my proposal, the Red Ogre asked me to wait until tomorrow so he could discuss this matter with his comrades during the meantime and come to a decision by tomorrow. Showing my generosity, I gave him the time. The next day, after coming to their decision, they all came to me and accepted my proposal and pledged their eternal and undying loyalty to me, and I also accepted them as my subordinates. As usual, like all my subordinates, I gave them names. At first, they were shocked, but the Red Ogre composed himself and accepted names on behalf of the others. I named the Red Ogre, Benimaru. I gave him that name because it translates to crimson in Japanese, which reflects his fiery and passionate personality, as well as his red hair. It's a fitting name that captures his essence and distinguishes him. After that, I named the Pink Ogre, Shuna. I gave her this name because it reflects her gentle and nurturing personality. In Japanese, Shuna can mean elegant or graceful, which aligns well with her character traits as a caring and compassionate individual. Next, I named the male purple-colored ogre, Suoi. I gave him the name because I thought it is a good name for him. Other than that, there is no specific reason. After him, I named the female purple-colored ogre, Shion. I gave her this name because it reflects her strong and protective nature. In Japanese, Shion can mean sound of the tide, which aligns well with Shion's character traits as a loyal and courageous warrior. Following Shion, I named the normal-looking ogre, Kuru. I gave him this name because it's a normal name befitting his normal appearance. Lastly, I named the old ogre, Hakuro. I gave him this name because the name, Hakuro, reflects his strength, as it can mean white wolf in Japanese. This choice symbolizes Hakuro's loyalty, fierce nature in battle, and teaching qualities. Additionally, the white color often signifies purity and wisdom, traits that Hakuro demonstrates as an experienced warrior and advisor to Benimaru. After receiving his name, Benimaru made an abrupt request. He asked Shizu to train him. This request came from witnessing Shizu's exceptional mastery of flames during their confrontation, far outclassing his own abilities and far means at unimaginable level, or you could say at infinite times. Recognizing Shizu's strength and expertise in flame manipulation, and because Benimaru also specializes in flame manipulation, he asked for Shizu's guidance. As kind as ever, Mai Shizu accepted his request and promised to train him. However, as she made this promise, the smile she had was terrifying. I felt chills seeing her smile like that, and it wasn't just me, Benimaru felt it too. I think that Benimaru is about to experience hell. Well, good for him. So far, this much has happened since Shizu's return. Now, Seal, Shizu, and I are sitting on the cliff's edge, embraced by the gentle shadow of a tree. Together, we witness the breathtaking scenery painted by the setting sun, a mesmerizing display of nature's beauty, further enhanced by the happy, smiling faces of my subordinates. They joyfully contribute to the village's progress, some are assisting in construction, others on patrol, and many more things. In this serene moment, amidst the tranquility of the evening, the sounds of birds and monsters mingle with the rhythmic hum of our village's construction, creating a symphony of life and progress. We are enjoying the mesmerizing view of the sunset. And it seems that Veldora has done his job, because now I can sense that Grind is coming. Here, and it seems that Shizu also sensed it. Rimuru, did you sense it? It's Velgrind. She is coming here, Shizu said to me, still leaning on my shoulder. Yes, I know. I am the one who has called her here. I have some things that I want to talk to her about, I told her, and once again, we returned to a comfortable silence. Even though we talked about Velgrind, Seal didn't even open her eyes, nor did she pay attention to what we were talking about. It's because she knows everything that I am thinking, planning, and going to do. Hey, Seal, has he come to his senses? Has his soul and mind reached completion? Does he remember everything? I asked Seal, and as I did, she woke up and started to pay attention. I asked her this because around this time he should be regaining his senses, recalling everything, and approaching completion. Well, not complete, but half complete. Let's see, Seal said and closed her eyes once again. He is on the brink. Almost there. His senses have returned, and his soul and mind are nearly whole. Yet, the memories elude him, and he remains in a state akin to his former self. But I am sure that in the span of 1 or 1.5 years, all shall be revealed. He will remember everything, and he will attain full completion, once again reclaiming his omnipresence, omnipotence, and omniscience, Seal said after opening her eyes after 1 second. I see, was my reply. So, his return comes near, or should we call it a rebirth or birth? This marks his first coming into existence, at least in this form. Well, not exactly the first time, but if we disregard his other half, it's like he's being born anew. Like, in a way, this part of him has come into existence for the first time. What are you talking about? Who is coming? Shizu asked in a confused voice after listening to our conversation. Don't worry about it, dear. You will understand in time, so there is no need to think about it now. Just relax, I gently replied to her. This matter doesn't concern anyone else here. I am sure that whenever he returns, he will seek me out directly. After all, he will be dying for answers, desperate to know the truth. Honestly, he is one heck of a problem child. No, master, he is not a problem child. He is simply a lost child seeking the truth, wanting to know the real reason, the real truth, Seal said, correcting me. Yeah, you are right. But still, I don't have any answers for him because most of the answers to his questions reside within his very own existence, I said, shedding light on the darker aspects of existence. Yes, indeed, His existence holds all of his answers, and his other part has some awareness about it, but this part is lost in rage, engulfed in turmoil, and seeks answers, craving truth even if they are lies, because he just wants to satisfy his mind, Seal nonchalantly said. That is true. For a long time, his other part, or should I say his counterpart, has also been feeding lies to himself just to ensure that he won't lose his own sanity in the state of confusion and distress, trying to prevent it. But I am sure that this part of him won't be satisfied with just lies. He is craving for truth because you and we both know what makes him different from his other part, I replied to her unasked and unwanted question. But as the king of all existence, as the father of all existence, I have to. This time, I have to tell him the truth about his existence, I continued. Yes, but I think we should discuss this matter some other time because Velgrind is almost here, and it's best to focus on her matters first, Seal said to me. As Seal spoke, Grind made her grand entrance, descending gracefully with an air of purity and elegance. Her presence commanded attention, implying that the discussion would have to wait. It's been a while, Grind. I greeted Grind, opening my arms to her. Yes, it's been a while. I missed you, she replied, stepping into my embrace. I gently wrapped my arms around her, taking her into my embrace. How have you been? Seal greeted Grind, and following her, Shizu also greeted her. And the women's chatter started. Clap clap well, girls, if your pleasantries are finished, then I have an important matter to discuss with Grind, I said, bringing their attention towards me. Ah, yes, what's the matter? Why did you call me immediately? Grind asked, while sitting under the tree at the same place where we were sitting a few moments ago. I will cut to the chase and ask you right away. With that, I started the discussion with Grind about the topic that I wanted to address. I see. Thanks for the information, Rimuru. I'll follow your instructions. But before that, I need you. Grind exclaimed after we wrapped up our lengthy discussion. It seems that she has been longing for me for quite some time. I am also waiting for that, but before we proceed, could you clarify something? Did you leave behind a parallel existence, and if so, how much energy does it contain? I asked her because right now she seems quite low on energy. Ah, you see, because you said that I have to make sure that no one will find out that I left the Empire, and in order to do that, I left a parallel existence behind. And, to make it more effective in concealing my absence and ensuring that no one will be able to find out about it, I left 96% of my total energy to the parallel existence, retaining only 4% of my total energy, she explained after doing some calculations. I see. If that's the case, then with Grind's current energy reserves, she likely possesses only 5m of existence value, her total existence value, while her parallel existence holds 115m. However, this is not good because now what she is going to do will require a considerable amount of energy, and with what little energy she has, she won't be able to go through with the plan. What to do? What to do? Ah, how about I just replenish her energy? That should do it. Hey Grind, come over here, let me replenish your energy. I called out to Grind, informing her that I would replenish her energy. Anyway, now that Grind has left, what should we do next? Giving tasks to Benimaru and others is still pending, and by this time, they must have finished their evolution into Onus. Or in the case of Shion, a wicked Oni. Originally, after receiving a name from a higher being, they should have evolved into Kijins, but due to my influence, they evolved directly into Onus. As for Shion, she should have also evolved into an Oni, but because Seal told me that the Wicked Oni race is far more suitable for her than the Mystic Oni, we should change her evolution path. Seeing no problem in it, I let her go with that choice. By now, they should have all completed their evolution. Let's go check on them. Wait, Master, Diablo just sent a thought communication saying that he has finished his job and he is ready to return, Seal informed me while I was thinking of checking on Benimaru and the others. If that's the case, then tell him to bring them here. Also, tell Tom and Jerry that. With that, I instructed Seal to order Diablo to bring them here and to convey my other orders to Tom and Jerry. Okay, she said and started to relay my instructions to that duo. Now that I think about them, I seriously regret giving them these names because whenever I see them together, they always seem to be arguing, bickering, or sometimes even fighting for their lives, trying to kill each other over small things such as, "Why are you sitting there?" or other silly matters. Like that. I should have given them some other names rather than these because in that show, these two characters are also constantly fighting and bickering with each other. But still, even if they are like this, the fact remains that because of being from my lineage, they are strong. They can even match primordials and fight on equal footing with Rain and Misery in their best form. Certainly, that duo is the strongest among all demons after a 6 out of 8 primordials. And 6 because they are as strong as Rain and Misery, or even stronger than them. It has been a long time since they fought any of the primordials, and certainly, they have grown stronger since then. As for Rain and Misery, I am not sure because they are always with that guy, acting like his maids, and because of that, they have not become stronger than before. Who knows, the duo of Tom and Jerry might have surpassed them, and if that has happened, then they are stronger than Rain and Misery. They might be as strong as the Demoness Trio and fight on an equal footing with them. But I am sure that in the end, the Demoness Trio will win. However, if the fight is 1 versus 2, I mean the Tom and Jerry duo versus one of the Demonesses, then the duo will win easily without much difficulty. Even though they argue and fight with each other constantly, they are surprisingly amazing when it comes to fighting together. They fight flawlessly together, each of their attacks in perfect sync, and each of their moves calculated. It's as if they can read each other's minds and formulate a plan within seconds, applying it effortlessly. Seriously, together they are one hell of a duo. And it's not only that these two are strong because almost all of the demons from our lineage are stronger than any other demon from the other 7 lineages. And just because I don't know their current status, don't start assuming that I'm lazy and neglectful of my subordinates, because I'm not that type of person. I haven't met them or inquired about their current status simply because I don't need to. I can always find out about it whenever I want to, but why bother? It's not like it would benefit me anyway. I've given them the task of managing my territory within Hell, and as long as there are no issues, there's no need for me to leave behind my comfortable and leisurely life and go there. Anyway, it seems that Diablo is here. To be continued.